We're going to talk about finances and how to liberate yourself from financial poverty, or inflation will affect you one way or the other. Maybe let us be financially woke. Let us some of the MMFs that have been there for quite some time. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa Vogo. I'm a content creator. I deal with content here on YouTube about lifestyle, cooking, traveling, and if that is anything of your interest, kindly press the subscription button. It is absolutely free. It won't cost you anything, and I'll be so happy to have you. Welcome and welcome and welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for making time for me. I had promised earlier that today we'll be discussing finances in my previous video. If you have not watched that video, kindly go back and watch it. You're missing out on a lot, especially if you're a girl. Kindly go and watch it and leave a comment there to show me that you have watched it. So today we are going to talk about finances and how to liberate yourself from financial poverty, or so as I was saying, to liberate yourself from financial poverty or financial anxiety. Have you ever heard about financial anxiety? Financial anxiety is basically any anxiety like the ones we are used to, where you can get anxiety about the uncertainty of life. Maybe you have something that is troubling you and it is giving you anxiety. Also in finances, you can get anxiety. And where is this anxiety originating from? It basically originates from how we were raised. Most of us were raised in poverty. If you are not, kindly you'll understand with time. So as I'm saying, most of us were raised in poverty. It was so hard to get the basic necessities. Finances were a problem. Our parents were always telling us they don't have money. So when you grew up in such an environment, you will be very anxious when handling money. Like you might have. So I'm going to teach you about MMFs, like ways of liberating yourself from financial poverty is maybe by investing in a passive income investment. Who doesn't want to invest in a passive income? Like you just sit in the house and money is dripping in. So we have MMFs. MMF stands for money market fund. And I'm sure you're asking yourself, what is money market fund? Money market fund works like the way banks work. It is just an investment option. But the difference between a bank and a money market fund is that a money market fund will earn you an interest at the end of the day, per annum, actually, like at the end of the year, but a bank will not. So like actually investing in a bank tends to be not a good investment option. So we have several options where you can invest your money apart from an MMF. We have T-bills, we have T-bonds, and we have the MMF, where you just earn passive income. T-bills and T-bonds are basically lending the government money, and at the end of the day or at the end of the year, it depends, it actually accumulates interest. So today we're not going to talk about T-bills and T-bonds. You can research about them, but I'll make up a separate video for T-bills and T-bonds. Today we are basically basing on money market funds. Why is money market fund lucrative as compared to the bank? The bank, when you save in the bank, there is no interest. I said that earlier. But for money market funds, it actually gives you an interest. How nice is that? Like in a bank, if you place 100,000, at the end of 1 year, you will still collect 100,000. But for a money market fund, it will have accumulated. So saving your money in a money market fund is totally safe. It is regulated by the unit trust, and the same way banks are also regulated by a body, and also insurance. It makes them responsible for your money. The same way Chase Bank was there and it failed. We are not guaranteeing that it will be very much 100% a safer investment option, but they have been there, and the chances of them failing has been very minimal. It is a best investment opportunity compared to putting your money in a chama, in a bank, or saving it in under the mattress, because we have something called inflation, and inflation affects the your money at the end of the day. Let us assume I've saved 100,000 in a bank. At the end of the day, by the time we're withdrawing the 100,000, the prices of commodities will have gone up. As I was saying, most of you have interacted with the term inflation. Inflation will affect you one way or the other. Maybe you've experienced that inflation is affecting the prices of commodities. It is also affecting your money. Like right now, inflation is around at 7% or 8%. So your money will depreciate by 8% by the end of the period that you have put for your money to be at the bank. So by the time you're withdrawing, it will be 8% lesser. How? It will not be actually minus. No, the prices of commodities will have gone up, and your money, you'll use more money to purchase things. So that is how it actually affects you. So it is always good to invest in MMFs. There are several MMFs in Kenya. You can wait up to the end of this video. I'll be listing some of the best MMFs in Kenya that you can invest in. So how do MMFs work? MMF work by collecting money from investors. So you and me are investors, and we are interested in investing our money. So they will collect our money and they will invest it elsewhere. They invest in T-bills and T-bonds. I had already mentioned that. They also invest in short-term corporate debt, like they can pay debt for other corporates. They can also invest in bank deposits when maybe you have deposited money and you want it to be withdrawn, you want to withdraw it, and the government, the bank doesn't have the money at that moment. The MMF will come in handy. I'm not saying that MMF have zero risk. They have risk, and we know we have three types of risk: low, medium, and high. MMFs fall under low risk, and I'll explain why. Okay. So the primary reason as to why people invest in MMFs is to gain interest. So let me explain why the risk is low. It is to accumulate interest at the end of the annum. The interest rate might fluctuate. Like it is not a guarantee. Like if it is offering 8%, most MMFs offer from 7 to 12 there. So it is not a guarantee that if it is offering maybe let's say an 8, you'll get an 8 at the end of the annum. No, there are things that can affect it, the inflation rates, and so the risk is where you'll not be able to get your money, the interest that you had expected at the end of the annum. So, but your principal amount will remain same. It will not be tampered with, but the interest rate might fluctuate. So that is the only risk that you might be able to encounter. Before COVID, the interest rates were actually very high, but when COVID hit, we suffered a lot of inflation, not only in Kenya but all over the world. So most people are suffering from inflation. The prices of commodities have gone up. It has also affected the banking industry, so that might also be a risk. What are MMFs not? Like MMFs are not a quick money making scheme. They're basically an avenue where you can invest the loan that you have, and at the end of the day it would have compounded its interest, and you'll withdraw your money and you'll be satisfied. Okay. So some people might ask, why not save in a SACCO or in a Chama and save in a MMF? Chama, there are no interest rates. I don't know how to explain that better, but there are no interest rates if you're interested in growing your money. At the end of the day, we are trying to grow our money. And for, what are they called? For the SACCO is primarily for credit facilities. If maybe you want loans at the end of the day. So if you want a loan, you should go and save in a SACCO, because your loan will be doubled with the amount of money you have saved. But it is not a saving scheme, because you will suffer disappointment at the end of it. Ask me, I was there. And So we have come to the end of the video, and as I had promised that I'll give you some list of some of the MMFs that have been there for quite some time. You know, we want to invest our money in a place that we can trust. So number one, MMF is Zimele. It has been there for quite some time. It is very reliable. If you need your money, you can get it in 24 hours. It has an app. You just use your phone and withdraw. Also invest in an MMF where they have good customer care. We don't want to invest in a place where you try to follow up your money and they're not picking up your calls. We also have Britam, we have Sanlam, we have Etika, we have CIC. So how do you choose the best MMF? Look at their interest rates, look at their customer care service, how long they have. As I was saying, look for an MMF that has very good customer care. We have some of them that do not pick clients' calls. You want to withdraw money, maybe it takes too long. So look for reviews from other people. Go to social media, go to TikTok, search. You'll get reviews about them, and then you can invest in it. And then also remember to give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful, and remember to subscribe if you haven't up to this point. If you have any question, you can leave so that I'll answer in my next video. I hope this video was so helpful. Let us get out of the traditional way of saving money. Let us get into investment opportunities so that we can actually get passive income. With the rate of inflation, we don't want to grow poor. We want to get rid of financial anxiety. So let us be financially woke. Let us not repeat generational things that have been happening in our lives, where our parents had us and they had not prior planning. They did not have prior planning of how to raise us. So let us change that. Let us change the narrative. Let us be financially woke. No investment opportunities that you can partake, so that you can secure the future of the generations to come, and also you can also secure your future. We should be having money for eventuality that might happen, and then we have to raise harambes, whatever. We can invest in an MMF and it will compound an interest, and it will be of help in one way or the other. Bye.